What a beautiful day. Coronavirus. Just kidding. You know, this dilapidated mess of a building here, I can't even get back there. We had a bad storm that came through a year or 2 or 3 ago. I don't even know anymore. My Crocs is a great thing to wear. And took off my wall. You know, this building's rough. But I think this thing might be somewhat salvageable. Maybe just not in this position. That building is, I think, 8 by 8. Not counting the overhang, which doesn't matter in the realm of things. But what if I was to move this building over here to cover the well? Then it could be like a well house. Because I haven't decided what I'm going to do, and it always turns into this mess trying to mow around it. But if I can put the building out here in the open, get it away from that fence, I can probably save it. Not to sound naive, but I wonder if I could tie a strap around that building and drag it with the truck. I don't know, my quest for making this more homesteady here has me thinking about stuff like this, space management. This is a worthless area. That takes up a nice chunk of real estate right there. Instead of having 2 eyesores, I would have 1. Let me do some remeasuring and some investigating and see what I can come up with here. This might be today's project. You know, sometimes I feel like heavy equipment may be a better solution. You know, that's one thing I am very fortunate to have a brother who farms. So I can use this stuff. Tractor with a loader. Nice. I think it's exactly what I need. We got a little bit before he's ready to need this again. Here a couple hours, I should be able to get a lot done with this. I really wish it had the other pallet fork on it. They are lower to the ground. You can use them like a forklift, but one of the poles is bent. I think he left it in the ground. Let's get this back over to the house, which you can't see, but it is right like 300 yards that way. Well, we'll step away from the building. This was my range. Had set up against this fence for years. These railroad ties are 12 to 14 foot long, and they're bigger diameter than regular railroad ties. Actually, shoot, it was before my brother got all these big tractors, because we used the old International to go get them. Whole gooseneck load full of them. And I've used them for all different kinds of stuff over the years. And actually had a little building made out of them at one point in time, but went back and stacked them over here and then started using them for a range. But this post was starting to lean. feels like it's broken, which could be. So either way, I need to get that stuff off of the fence. You know, I obviously don't want to tear the fence up. And they're rotted, which is good. It makes them lighter because those bastards are heavy. But at least I can get them out of here where I can do something with them. I'm actually going to do a bed the full length of the house. That's kind of why I got them laid out here. And I can roll them and actually slide them with an iron digger. Just doing the bulk of the move with the tractor will help with that. You know, one thing I've got to think about is, do I put them close enough to the house to where I just have a solid walk path? Or do I do it 2 mower widths out? That's something I got to think about. I mean, really, if I do it like right here, that would give plenty of room to do whatever. And it's not taking up valuable real estate, because I never bring any equipment or anything close to the house. I know it probably wouldn't do anything. This is just an empty tractor, but you know, collapsing in the cinder block. I think my slab is like 2 rows beneath this. Amazing how much more open it is already. I think what we're going to do now is work on this. If I can get this emptied, I can at least drag this thing over here and kind of try to maneuver it with the tractor. Like I said, I really wish I had the other forks that were down low, because I know for a fact it would pick up this building, because I picked up another one almost this size with 0 issues. Let me get this stuff pulled apart here and see what we can come up with. Well, there's nothing to bring you back to. I'm sure you're saying, but David, you had the plan together on how to move the shed to make a new well house. Well, you know, I did. And it was kind of doing somewhat okay, I thought, until it wasn't. There's what's left of the shed. Now, like I say, this was ridiculously rotting, so I'm not too overly worried about it. I kinda would have liked to have been able to use it and save the building, you know, just because it's a building. But no harm, no foul. See, not everything is perfect out here, and that's okay. So I guess I might just build. I want to put something around this. The concrete top is starting to disintegrate. And I don't know how long it's been here. I know Dad built that top in the late 70s, but this is a hand dug well. I don't think you can see down in there. And it's only like 20 feet down to the water level. It's not a deep well, but I'd like to have it inside of a house. I'd like to maybe even put a pump out here at some point. You can actually see where it's cracking real bad right there. And if I can at least get a building around it, I can get this out of the weather, which will help tremendously in saving it. I don't want to try to dig that up. Sounds like a difficult nightmare. So anyways, you guys be good and be safe. We'll catch you next time. Just remember, stuff happens. It doesn't always go just this way as planned. All right, y'all have a good day.